Here we have the Nissan Qashqai 1.5 DCI N connector on a 17 plate. I'm going to show you around the outside of the car first of all, and then we'll hop in and I'll run through a few controls on the inside. But from the outside you'll see you've got those lovely big alloy wheels and tinted windows around the rear. Let's start off inside the tailgate and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So as we approach the back of this car, you'll see we've got reversing sensors. This car's also got a reversing camera, which I'll show you when we're inside the car. You get a 60/40 split folding rear seat, and these two trays both remove in separate sections to reveal the full boot space for the car, which is a huge amount of boot space. Right, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car now, and I'm going to hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see it's in fantastic condition the whole way round. Just before I climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. As you can see, the seats are in fantastic condition, as are the carpet areas. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, so we're going to start with the dials. On the left hand side we've got the rev counter, and on the right hand side the speedometer and fuel gauge. In the middle you get the trip computer, which at the moment is displaying the digital readout for the speedometer, although you can change the information that's displayed up there using controls on the steering wheel should you wish to. And then beneath that you can see the total miles on this car are 10,236. There's a couple of symbols up here that are worth pointing out. The one on the right hand side is for lane departure warning system. So if the car drifts out of a lane, i.e. if you were a bit drowsy or fell asleep, the car will warn you. And the other one is to do with the cruise control. The car will actually help you maintain a distance from the car in front, warning you of any collisions. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the left hand side we've got stereo controls and the buttons for adjusting the trip computer information, and on the right hand side we've got cruise control with speed limiter as well. We then also have the ability to answer and end phone calls. That is of course once you pair up your phone, which is all done on the touchscreen in the centre here. So before we get back to that, this car's got DAB radio, as you can see. It's also got AM and FM radio. And in terms of other ways of listening to music, we've got a CD player, which you can see at the top of that unit. We've got auxiliary and USB input, and you can stream music wirelessly via Bluetooth. So not only can you make and receive phone calls, but you can listen to your music on the go as well, wirelessly. This car also has satellite navigation, and it has a 360 parking camera. So if I pop the car into reverse, you'll see on the right hand side we've got the rear camera image, and then on the left hand side we've got a bird's eye view of the car, so a 360 camera. And it goes one step beyond that. If you press the camera button on the left hand side of the unit, you then have a front facing camera and the 360, or a front facing camera and then the front passenger side wheel as well. So all in all, a really easy car to park with all of those systems. Beneath that we've got the dual zone climate control, so you can adjust the temperature independently on the left and right hand sides of the car. That button will turn the air conditioning on. You can adjust the fan speed in the middle here, or you can hit auto and the car will take control of the fan speed to maintain that temperature for you. Beneath that we have a 12-volt charging socket and the electronic handbrake, a 6-speed manual gearbox, and then in the central armrest we have a second 12-volt charging socket and then the USB and auxiliary input that I mentioned a moment ago. The last thing I wanted to show you was the panoramic glass roof. So at the moment you can see that the blind for the roof is closed. There's a button up here, give that a push and it will open fully to almost the very back of the car. As you can see, it lets in a huge amount of light. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.